Real Word Friday. Matthew 24 is still hitting hard, man, where Jesus is talking to the disciples and he's telling them, like, just be prepared. What I love about this conversation is he doesn't want us to wait in fear. He wants us to wait in faithfulness. He wants us to know that he's coming back, not out of fear, but out of faithfulness. See, we get terrified when we hear about the return of Christ because you're like, well, do I have time to get it together? Now is the time to get it together, so that way you're not trying to do some last minute repentance, if you will. He wants you to be living out and preaching this gospel continuously. But what's so crazy about that conversation that Jesus is having? He tells the disciples, he says, not even the Son of Man knows the return. He himself don't even know. So it's kind of like the Father is sitting right there, and he literally is sitting at the right hand, and the Father is like, I can't tell you that. It's kind of like you have your children, whereas they want to know when y'all going somewhere, and if you tell them already, they gonna either remind you up until the umpteenth hour of it, or they're gonna try to tell their friends. And the Father knows that Jesus has such a compassion for us as man, because he's been there and done that Jesus might run and say, hey y'all, check this out, around this time, around this day, you might want to. And the Father's like, nah, I don't want them to live like that. I want them to live continuous. I want them to be faithful. I want them to be consistent in who they say they are through you, son. So I can't tell you just yet, but I want them to be consistent. So while you thinking about all these signs and times, even Jesus don't know. Jesus has no idea what day or time is going to happen until the Father says, all right, let's ride. That's why you got to be ready.